Hey everybody, Steve, Doug, and Jeff. We are live here today. I thought I'd kick it off by, we met with you guys last week, and we told you we were going to be, trying to take the website live. And we've run into a couple little technical challenges, and once again, we're doing something here that nobody else has ever done before. There's no playbook to what we're doing. So I thought the best thing that we could do, since I can't really answer too many questions about this stuff, a lot of it's just way over my head. So I'm going to turn it over to Doug, who's going to kind of recap some things, and he's going to turn it over to Jeff, who's our technical partner over here, who's involved in a lot of the work himself. And we'll show you guys exactly what we're doing, where we're at, and where we're going. So Doug, take it away.
Yeah, appreciate it. Thanks, Steve. Yeah, and welcome everybody. Thanks for joining us again. And like Steve says, we'll keep these. We're going to start upping these more than once a week, and you get basically a couple times, 3 times a week updates. Excuse me. Sorry about that. And we made some good progress over the weekend as far as on the NFT minting side. We there was one bonus that, and a couple of you pointed this out. So thank you very much. You guys were watching the blockchain and saying, "Hey, where's my 4-in-1 bonus that we got there?" And it was a load file that was all my fault. I forgot to send it over to Jeff's team. Not forgot. I just we were in the midst of things. It just didn't get over to them. So those are being minted right now, and we're catching up on that. And that will be 100% of everything. And I'll just give a preview of kind of. There's a wallet out there called the MetaMask wallet that handles NFTs. A lot of these wallets don't handle NFTs very user friendly, and that's one of the reasons why we're taking a little bit of time and getting the website dialed in, so it'll be very easy for you to go view your NFTs. You'll be able to just pop over and open the browser inside the Trust wallet, and then pop over. And the Trust wallet had some bugs in it stuff too, but this is kind of an example in the MetaMask wallet of the NFTs being shown in there. So that all this stuff is working good. So this little preview, most of your NFTs, except for those 4-in-1 bonuses, are actually in your wallets right now, and you can actually go up to the blockchain. And if you go to the Facebook page and go down to last Friday, there's a link there that gives you a link to the contract, and you can go down and see. Just search for your wallet address, and you'll be able to see all your NFTs there are being minted to that. So that's all exciting stuff. And I'll turn it over to Jeff. He'll give a little kind of a little more in depth, a little lower level about the Web 3.0 development and what we're doing, and then we'll discuss some more stuff.
Yeah, just so everybody's aware, we're doing some pretty detailed development here that's on the cutting edge with Web3 development. Specifically, we're building dApps, decentralized applications, that with our end vision will be uncensorable, so they can run no matter wherever you are, and you won't have to go through an app store or go through some censorious provider like Google or Apple in order to get the applications in order to use or view your NFTs, or ultimately use some of the financial capabilities that we ultimately want to deliver. In addition, we figured out how to do the NFT minting. We had some challenges specifically with some third-party tools and getting the minting together, so that's why things have been a little bit delayed. We're now actively working on getting that dApp I just mentioned developed, and that will allow you to both view and purchase through the dApp, the decentralized application, and then ultimately that will be linked into the end result of the website. We've changed our technology stack a little bit from what was before I joined. So we're using a slightly different approach to both creating the websites as well as the web apps or dApps. And what we hope to be able to do is to basically create a system that will allow you to protect your NFTs in the ultimate way. Most of you may be aware that we use something called IPFS generally today for storing the NFTs. We're continuing to do that, but we're going to actually create a more robust backend for this so that we can basically guarantee people continued ownership of the NFTs as we move forward.
Yeah. So the kind of summarize that too a little bit for you, it's just making our environment more stable, making us technical leaders in this environment, which is going to draw more people to the exchange, to the NFT marketplaces, which should it result in increasing volume. With increased volume, more transactions, the more fees there are, and more we can share. I mean that's why we're taking taking the time to do it right. Another great thing that Jeff brought to the table too is some really good oversight and really good structure to our whole development staff and the whole group. So we're using best practices out there. We're doing things by the book. We just had a retrospective meeting this morning with the whole staff saying, hey, what went good, what went bad, how can we do better next time? And so this is all good stuff. The lane, like what Steve says all the time, when they put up a skyscraper, it's that foundation that takes like six months. You don't see anything in a building, and all of a sudden you look over and there's 20 stories up, and that's kind of how it's going to play out here. So I just want to thank Jeff for what he's brought to us and helping out, and the team and all the hard work. And I'm very excited and very optimistic about the there's other stuff that we're not sharing with you too that we're going to be bringing to the table that we're going to let you know about that are going to blow your mind a little bit. And also, and along with blowing your mind, it's going to add more volume and more activity to TOAX in general. So that's all exciting stuff. So I'll throw it back to you, Steve.
Yeah, I think let me ask you this, Jeff. I think that one thing that people like myself probably really didn't understand is that when we all go out and we look at exchanges and we look at the NFT marketplaces and things like that are out there right now, none of those are really built under Web 3.0, right? Those are all Web 2.0.
Correct.
Okay?
Yeah. So take, for example, OpenSea is a Web 2 highly centralized marketplace. We're building a fully decentralized system from the ground up. I'm not aware of anybody that's able to do exchanges or do peer-to-peer markets using Web 3 yet with NFTs. So this is kind of groundbreaking.
Right. So we're doing something out there. When we say we're doing something that's totally different, you got your Binances and your Coinbases and your OpenSeas and all these different types of things that are out there. I mean, Coinbase just spent godly amount of money building their NFT platform, and it's 2.0. It's not 3.0. And 3.0 is really kind of where the world is moving, guys. This is like when we're going to be starting to have these meetings in the metaverse, right? In the metaverse. And we talk about, remember, 3.0 is really the difference really between 2.0 and 3.0, as far as I understand it, is it's more built on gaming engines, right? So it's more 3D in this, a lot of the things that can happen. So, when we talk about the fact that we are going to have we have an exchange, an NFT marketplace, but it's unlike anybody else's. It truly is. Okay. We are going to be the real pioneers, the only ones out there that have got something built on 3.0. And one of the other things that you need to understand is that once you go out and you launch one of these things, it's like you can't go back and really change it. Okay. I mean, you can't go back in and Binance or nobody else can go back in and compete with what we're doing. Oh, well, that looks like a good idea. We're going to go model that, right? Because once it starts going and things start happening, you just can't go back and tweak it, right? It's kind of like you almost got to go back to the drawing board and redo something all over again rather than just tweak something. This isn't like you build a website and then you can go in and keep adding and changes. You really have to think about the whole picture of what it is you're trying to accomplish in that environment. And you have to build and develop it that way. It's not like, am I understanding that correctly, Jeff?
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, because we're building this from the ground up, and so the security model underneath is different. The way that the web infrastructure works is different. Just a lot of people are familiar with NFTs will probably know that we use things like IPFS, interplanetary file system for that. And think of that being applied to the entire marketplace, to the entire payment and distribution model for these. So it is really, I think, quite groundbreaking, quite in many ways. I'll call it evolutionary, not revolutionary, because there's a lot of people out there in the Web3 and the crypto space who recognize that this is the way things need to go. We're just riding the wave and hopefully helping build the wave to get there.
Right. Yeah, I know we're building the wave to get there. I'm seeing what's really going on, and it's actually impressive. And the two guys that are on my right and left here, they both are kind of experts in the history of money and commerce. And there's some stuff that's coming out of their minds and stuff that Jeff already has that he's bringing to the table that's going to really help take us to this digital era. We're moving into a digital area where the money's going to be digital, and we could be the center, a part of that center of that. TOAX could be an engine that really runs the new digital marketplace and commerce and transfer money, all that stuff. We got some really cool stuff, and it's all coming out of the minds of these two guys, which is pretty impressive. I'm just happy to be in the middle. It's kind of like a smart sandwich or something. I don't know.
Well, you know what? We're lucky that we've got an amazing team of people here, and we all have different strengths and talents, and that's one of the things that makes this really unique and makes this so exciting. And one of the things they were just talking about, that Jeff has already kind of developed this other technology that we're going to be talking to you guys about, a little bit later. We don't want to get and start talking to you about yet the charity yet, and start talking about these other things that we're doing. We want to just finish one thing at a time. Let's get this website thing done here. Let's get any questions answered that you guys have done about this and show you what we're doing here. And once that's done, then we're going to start sharing these other exciting things that we've got going and that are happening in the background with you. We don't want to convolute things any more than they already are. So I think it's better if we just, keep the focus on right now on the website, getting this up, getting the NFTs in, getting that delivered. And, that's why I thought it was important, since, we thought we were going to be up there and we didn't. I thought, okay, hey, Jeff, let's just get Jeff on here with Doug, and let's have a meeting here and kind of share where we're at with everybody, so they can see that, like I've always told you guys, we're always going to be transparent with you. Okay, good, bad, indifferent, whatever the deal is, you're going to know exactly what's going on with us. So, and I don't speak the language that Jeff speaks in that. And there's certain areas that I probably speak different languages than what he does, and we're blessed to have all of us here together. So that's about all we've really got for today's show. We don't have a lot here. We just wanted to let you know exactly where we're at, what we're doing. Do we have any kind of a time frame that people can kind of expect, Jeff, that, when we're hoping that the website might be up? What are your thoughts on that?
Well, our focus right now is getting the DApp up, which is the purchase and the viewing. And by the way, we were kind of struggling the other day. We understand a lot of people have trust wallets, and then boom, after we went through the NFT minting process, we figured out how to build a general display that can work in trust, as well as what Doug showed already with MetaMask. So all that capability should be up. I'm hoping, and don't hold my feet to the fire, but I'm hoping at least the NFT viewing capability will be up in the next day or two. And then we've got, as you call it, the easy button purchase widget. That's going to take a little bit longer, probably a couple of days. I'm actually going to be starting in on coding that tomorrow. And then we'll be bringing back up the main website to replace the .io website here after we get those two tasks done, probably toward the end of the week. That shouldn't take too long, because a lot of the work that we've been doing has been building the infrastructure so we get consistency across all three of those projects.
Okay. So what do you think it's safe to say? Why don't we plan on, if maybe by Thursday, Friday, we can give another quick little update. We can pop in and
Sure.
give another.
Yeah, I'd love to get one of our developers maybe to demonstrate their work, because it's always nice to have the engineers be able to show off their work and get some appreciation for that.
If it permits for your schedule, then why don't we try for like a Friday,
Okay.
around this time? That gives us more time to get some things done. Maybe you can get one of the developers in there, and everybody can kind of put this on your calendar that for, about 3:30 Pacific time on Friday, we will be back, and we'll show you kind of where we're at again and what progress we've made, and have some of the other developers on. That sound fair, guys?
Yeah.
And that's great.
Yeah, and just remind everybody, we got it. We got the Twitter up going. We got our Discord that came live late last night. We put the link up in Facebook, and the Discord is a great place to just. We'll be posting like a lot of the technical stuff going on there. You'll be able to make suggestions there, and if you find problems, you'll be able to. There's a support channel there, all that good stuff. So we have, and then we got the Telegram group that you guys already know about. And so these are all, we're getting all these avenues up to help communicate. So just keep an eye on those between now and Friday too.
Right,
be
and then that's
posting updates.
and we'll plan on same time about Friday, and we'll give you another update there and kind of show you where we're at, guys. And I think that's about all we've got. I want to let these guys get back to work. They've got a full plate here, a lot of stuff that they're doing here, and I want to thank you guys all for taking the time out here to address this and stay in front of our community, because these guys are the most important people we've got right here, and we want to always be able to let them know exactly what's going on. So thank you guys for showing up, and we will see you all on Friday.
All right, take care.
Thanks. Bye.